Halo, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome in my channel. This video talking about the task number 1 as a corrosion engineer in oil and gas company. This corrosion control philosophy. As explained in my first video, this corrosion control philosophy. This one, the column is the project base. Starting from the evaluation. Before this evaluation, we are still in the exploration activity. So this number one is the white one is mean the optional, but it will be mandatory for the major project and for new oil and gas field located in harsh environment or in presence of high content of contamination, in particular H2SO and CO2. This corrosion control philosophy purpose is to identify the special condition of the production facilities and to assess the severity of corrosions, and then to provide viable option for corrosion mitigations. This is the flow charts. Starting from the output, the output is mean the verbal document we produce from this task. This corrosion control and material philosophy. In general, this task is the content of this one is about our position as a clients to define our position for the next activity, for example material inspections, CP protections, and painting, or all things related to the corrosion task. Okay, specific this task is identification of special conditions. Okay, expected external and internal corrosion mechanism, produce fluid corrosivity, primary assessment, selection of the corrosion control techniques, and the input of this one is environmental condition. We need this for external corrosion assessments, design premises, process study, reservoir data, PVT study, and then we can have supporting documents such as company standard, internal standard, software tool, corrosion data from field in some geographical area, corrosion study from the similar field. We know not all the company or project already have the input data or supporting data, so this way we can create by ourselves based on our experience. For example, the new company who just invest in some area, they don't have yet their own standard. So as a course engineer, we have to develop this one. This study case from my previous project. So this case I have a CO2 and located in the offshore, which is the marine environments. So starting from the input data, I need to explain one by one. Environmental conditions. So we do review for atmospheric and soil corrosion condition, review of marine conditions in case of offshore, including mid-oceans, marine data, seawater salinity, main exposure condition of the proximity means atmospheric, submerged, splash zones, ice, or etc. This is the example. The data normally we got from other teams who doing the survey. This offshore simulator data. So all this data not only for us, is also for other disciplines for example naval engineer, pipeline engineer, and structural engineer, okay, and maybe for the process engineer and other all the discipline. Because we are in the early activity, maybe not all of data already ready, so maybe we can consider this one to be detailed in the next activity once the data available. I mean when the survey on our new facilities to get this data already conducted. So because the survey itself needs process for tendering, also survey for several months, normally until 6 months to do the survey, okay. And then the input from this task also we facility study or design premises. So there are many information here, but for us the important one, we only needs the lifetime of the facilities, and also the layout, the configurations, all thing. And then this, for example, is the layout, is the schematic drawing we plan. So all of each system, starting from the well head to the manifold and going to the riser, they have their own design basis, include the FPSO and then export lines or the link platforms. So all of the system have the design basis we can refer to. So in this means all the discipline will be referred to. So we have the synchronization or integration design with other discipline. And then the data we require to do this study is reservoir data and VVT analysis. This example, the reservoir data, the production fluid properties we have here carbon dioxide, and or is information about the hydrocarbon, and then and for the VVT analysis we also required for this one. So for example, here we have 90 years production lifetimes. We have the peak production only until 10 years, but after 10 years we will decline. So it means there is the water increase after this period, after this year. So maybe in our calculation we have to consider all the scenario from this configuration. Okay, is internal assessment. So normally for corrosion assessment in internal, we have pressure, we have to review the temperature, we have to review CO2 partial pressure in the gas phase, H2S partial pressure in the gas phase, and gas, liquid, and water flow rates. So in my case, H2S we don't have, so we can skip to do the assessment on this in this component. This CO2 corrosion. So because we have CO2, we have to define in our document what is CO2, and then how to calculate the corrosion rates. Okay, what the formula you want to use, what is the corrective factor to be considered to be accounts, and then of course corrosion efficiency, what is our affability philosophy, normally 90 until 95%. What we have to state only one number as for reference for the next activity. So here let's say we have 95% the affability of the corrosion efficiency. We also have to state if we want to, let's say the residual corrosion rate after proper treatment is anticipated as 0.1 millimeter. So it will be important when doing the corrosion rates or or corrosion allowance of the material carbon steel. So this is the formula for the corrosion rate. It's Cummins formula. I don't need to explain detail. So because in my case also I have in the produced water have the chloride content inside, so I need to explain also what is the philosophy of the material if we have the this chloride. So here I state VIC 3X series stainless steel means highly sensitive to chloride stress corrosion cracking at temperature above this one. Whereas duplex stainless steel display in superior and temporal limit of the some 100-degree apply depending on the chloride concentration. So if the 3xx we have the limitation up to this temperature. For duplex have limitation until 100 °C depend on the chloride concentration. Okay guys, this material selections approach we provide the guideline for our contractor who doing for the next activity, which is the material selection report. The first is selecting design life with the plant running at full capacity. So the materials we are selecting should handle at full capacity as per the design life. CO2 corrosion rate of carbon steel shall be calculated. So is comment. So a minimum 1 mm corrosion allowance shall be provided for all containing CO2 even if dry. So if dry is means there is no corrosions here even containing CO2, so, but we have to put 1 mm corrosion allowance at least. This carbon steel alloy steel will be applied if the corrosion rate not exceed than 6 mm. So if corrosion allowance below 6 mm, we should apply this carbon and alloy steel. If more than 6 mm, we have to calculate with the corrosion inhibitor. Okay. If the calculation with the inhibitor exceeds 6 mm, so we will upgrade the material to the CRA. Okay. The use of approach corrosion resistant alloy CRA shall be considered when continuous corrosion inhibition is not practical or economic. So it's common. So if we only have a small length with the corrosion inhibitor, it will be not economic because to build the corrosion inhibition or chemical injection packet it will be cost. So to purchase the material for our pollution, means the chemical itself also will not be safe if we in small quantity. Material selection approach is continue. For CRA, general corrosion is assumed to be next level. So if we already selected the CRA, no more corrosion allowance. Where process containing chloride and CO2 in combination with the water phase, both is excellent duplex specific depending on the chloride content and temperature. So LTCS are considered for surface done to minus. So this also the comments guideline for the material selections. Normally this for the blow down or downstream of the PSP. Among CRA are considered for low temperature unless condition dictate higher alloy material. So for the material selection is depend on what you have in your productions. If you have S2S, it will be different material selection approach. So this only for the CO2 and water and chlorides. Here we also explain about the corrosions model, because in normally the contractor, the PCI contractor not use they use the the market's corrosion modeling software. But for the client who doing the calculations, sometimes they have, for example, cell they have hydrocore. So here we do some comparison which one we are selected. So I go directly to the conclusions. So this the in our project we try to make a corrosion rate comparison with, between this corrosion modeling software rate which we have. So here in corrosion rates in the x-axis, and then in y-axis is corrosion rates, in x-axis is pH. Here showing that EC is more conservative one. So in the pH 5.5, they already increase the corrosion rates compared to another corrosion modeling. So this conclusions, it was requested to check the possibility of using carbon steel instead of the CRA or internal lining for several equipment and related piping for this project in order to increase local content. So by default we should use carbon steel instead of the corrosion resistant alloy, stainless, or internal lining. So this material selection philosophy, we only talking for the hydrocarbon lines, but for the utility lines is not mentioned here. So because there is another reference. For this recent comparison between different corrosion models have been performed, so we take times during this phase, this task, to do the comparison of the corrosion modeling. So based on that, we find the assay is more conservative than the Ward-Milner and Nosok model. By using the GCA is therefore not exceed the material selection which allow change to carbon steel. Okay. So furthermore, the HA is only used for pipeline modeling. So because in our project the pipeline is more conservative for the material selection, we use only the HA because for the piping and vessel, if we use HA model for the calculations, maybe due to the conservative calculation, all the material will be CRA. Okay, but so this way we state here HA only applicable for the pipeline modeling, not for piping and vessel. It is therefore suggests to perform fit range the model as already utilized in basin, as in the most common in oil and gas. This is the most used in by major oil company. So during selecting the corrosion allowance, we normally run up the corrosion allowance become 1 mm, 3 mm, or 6 mm. Okay guys, thank you for watching. See you in my next video.